Hi, and welcome to episode number 9 of Get Involved Pittsburgh on PCTV. Thank you very much for tuning into the show. My name is Tom Baker, and I'm happy to be back as your host. We've enjoyed a lot of great guests over the course of this program, and we've got another great slate of 6 guests here for you in the next hour on Get Involved Pittsburgh. Just to go over who we're going to be with over the course of the next hour, we have Captain Glenn Malia here with us, Doug Smith and Jesse Marsh from Light of Life Ministries, Kelly Kachamba from the FBI, Lindsay Smith, the author of Junk Foods and Junk Moods, and Austin Ransom, a former student athlete from the University of Pittsburgh and now who works there with all the student athletes at the University of Pittsburgh. So it's going to be a great show. I just want to give you a quick update with how things are going for Get Involved. We did become a 503 over the course of the fall. We've got a great year of programming set up in 2012 with Power Hour, Morning Mix. Our third annual Pittsburgh Service Summit is coming up on April 4th at Carlow University again this year, and we're just about to kick off our third cohort of the Fast Track Community Leaders Program. So things are definitely going well within Get Involved. You can check out more about Get Involved just at getinvolvedinc.org, or you can always find out information at bakerleadership.com. So again, thank you for tuning in. Now I'm going to talk a little bit here with our first guest today, our honored guest, Captain Glenn Malia. Thank you very much, Captain Malia.
Thank you, Tom. I appreciate this bringing me on here.
Absolutely. Well, I've got the chance to get to know you a little bit throughout 2011 and now in 2012 as well through the U.S. Army Advisory Board, which I'm glad to work with you on. And Captain Malia, if you can get us going with episode 9 here, just tell us a little bit about why you decided to enlist in the Army years back.
Well, Tom, I've been in the Army now for about 19 and a half years, coming up on 20. And this has been a lifelong dream of mine, something I've been wanting to do since I was a kid. So it's a great opportunity when I did get the chance to join back in 1992.
That's great. And how did you kind of move up the ranks to become a captain?
Well, as everybody can in the military, they have opportunities to go to school and get their education and progress forward. So I went through the enlisted ranks all the way up to Sergeant First Class, got my college degree, bachelor's degree in marketing, and then I went ahead and applied for OCS and got accepted and went on for officer school.
Great. And I know you've gotten, you're in Pittsburgh now with your wife and your family and your kids. I know a little bit all over the country and a little bit all over the world through your service within the Army. Maybe you could just share with us a little bit about your journey, some of the cities that you've lived in and some of the experiences that you've had.
Oh, wow. Well, like we were talking earlier, I met my wife at Fort Bragg, North Carolina. And from there, we went to Germany. We lived in Kaiserslautern, Germany for about 3 years. From there, we moved on to Puerto Rico. Over Roosevelt Roads, about an hour away from San Juan. From there, we moved to Fort Benning, Georgia, and stayed there for about 3 years. Every place we go is about 3 years.
Okay.
From there, we went from Georgia over to Fort Hood, Texas. And then from Texas, we went to Fort Leonard Wood, Missouri, and now we're here.
Okay. And I'm assuming Pittsburgh's been your favorite stop by far.
Oh, exactly. Yes, it has.
I think you were saying that at Power Hour, just how nice
is.
Pittsburgh people have been, how much the kind of community's opened up to you as well.
Right. I mean, every place we've been to has had its nice and great things. But Pittsburgh, since I was Pittsburgh is one of the places that's always interested me. As you know, I'm a huge sports fan,
right.
And growing up in Michigan, I didn't have much of an opportunity to cheer. You know, I love my Lions, however, you know, they don't give me much of an opportunity to cheer.
Detroit Lions, yeah, that is.
Yes, sir. And then back in the 70s, you know, Steelers are winning everything. Right. So me and the kids, you know, me and my buddies, we gravitated to the Steelers, and so Pittsburgh has always been one of my second favorite homes.
Great. And I know you enjoy, I mean, just through the service work that you do, I saw you running, we were both running a 5-mile race this fall, the Run for the Wounded Warrior, and the Army was very involved in that event. What are some kind of community programs, things that you serve with and that you do as a member of the Army, or maybe some of your fellow men and women in the service do, just to kind of give back to the community?
Well, that was my second time working with the Wounded Warrior. Last year when we were at Fort Leonard Wood, Missouri, when I was in school there, one of the things that we had to do was do a community project. We hosted a 5K run for the community to raise money for a Wounded Warrior. Mm-hmm. And normally when we do these kind of events, you know, we raise about $500 to $1,000, you know, for the organization that we're doing it for. Well, that day we raised over $15,000 for Wounded Warriors. So that was my second opportunity. But other events I do is the Habitat for Humanity.
Oh, okay. Building some houses.
Exactly. You know,
okay.
Those are kind of things that I get into.
Great.
And help out.
And a big thing for Get in all that we believe in within Get Involved is setting goals. And before we went live here with the show, I know you talked a little bit off air about your
Right.
goals for 2012. I'd love for you to kind of share with the crowd a little bit about one of your goals for
Well,
2012.
You know, like I said, I try to stay in good shape. Sometimes it's difficult. I'm getting a little bit older. I've been in the Army now for almost 20 years. But my goal for this year is to run my first marathon.
Great. Well, good luck on that. The Pittsburgh, obviously, I've done the Pittsburgh Half Marathon a couple times, so I'm not quite there yet. But I wish you all the sure that if you're setting out to achieve that goal, that you're going to get it done.
Right.
If you could tell us a little bit too, just within your service, your 20 years in the Army, about leadership, about giving back. What are some of the great characteristics, the traits that you've found in people that you've served with that have really made them stand out to you? What are some of the things you've noticed over the years?
Well, the great leaders I've had have their willingness to educate, to share their experiences and their mentorship. You know, I still keep in touch with the guys that are my great leaders, and I lean on them for advice all the time. So their willingness to help and share and push the person or myself beyond my limits. So I get out of my comfort zone and can explore better things.
Right. So I know it's a very kind of different career, the kind of work that you're doing compared to somebody like me that's, mostly at a desk, getting out there, talking a little bit about the organization that I work with. What's your current role within the Army, and what are some of the things you're working on here in the region?
Well, currently, and I'm kind of biased, I have the greatest job, I think, in the Army. I'm company commander of the Pittsburgh Recruiting Company. I have about 37 personnel that work for me. Actually, I work for them.
Right.
I support them. They are awesome group of people. I want to take this time, if you don't mind, I want to say thank you to those guys, men and women. We made our mission yesterday for the month of January.
Oh, okay.
First time since I've been here, and I want to say congratulations to them and thank you for all their hard work and dedication.
Great. And thank you for all of your hard work as well and all that you're doing to give back here in the region. For anyone that's maybe watching at home, interested in learning more about the Army, what are the best ways for them to find out? Is it just going to a website? Is it calling your office? What's the best way for them to?
Well, there's a variety of ways. I mean, yeah, like you said, the website, the internet. They can call up the VA center, go down there and talk to veterans, and get involved with helping them out. And the best way to learn about them is get involved and help support them.
Right. I'm never going to sway on that thought. The best way is to
Exactly.
get involved in it. Why, for somebody that's maybe coming out of high school, 20s, and at whatever point in life that they're in, they're thinking about the Army, they're thinking about other opportunities that are out there. Why do you think that the Army would be a good fit for people out there that are considering serving?
Well, the Army helps a person grow, gives them leadership abilities, gives them educational opportunities, gets them that next step. So where maybe they're coming out of high school, first time on their own, maybe they're not sure about where they want to go. The Army will help them take that next step and give them the support they need so they can be successful in life.
Well, thank you so much for being here with us today. I know that we kind of kept you away from some other things that you were working on. Thanks for all of your service to the Army, to our country, and just proud to have you as a friend and have you here on our episode of Get Involved Pittsburgh.
Thank you, Tom. I appreciate it.
Thanks. All right, well, that was Captain Glenn Malia. We're very happy to have here, honored to have him here in the studio with us. Our next guest on Get Involved Pittsburgh is going to be Kelly Kachamba from the FBI, and we'll be back in just a minute with Kelly Kachamba.